Hey, hey, hey. All right, guys, this is going to be a short stream. I plan on getting on here all day, but the day just kind of got away from me. So, we're not doing free readings tonight. We're just going to jump right into donations. If you want to get a reading with me, feel free. I'll be on for at least 30 minutes. If not, that's cool. We can just talk. But I'm just here if you need me. I'm here if anyone wants a reading. Okay, that sounds good. Hey, Daisha, how are you? Oh, that's nice, Amy. I think you did tell me that before. Hey, James, I was trying to see if you followed me on Instagram because I was going to message you to let you know that I was getting on, but I didn't see and I didn't know how to find you. So I'm happy that you're here. All right, so James, you will be first. Do you want to start with a love spread number 2 option, or how would you like to get this going? You started following me. I don't know why. Okay, let me actually look you up, because what I was doing initially is I was looking for a notification that you started following me, and I think that might be maybe the notification just didn't come through. Let me see. Okay, yes, I see you now. I see you now. Okay, got it. Okay, Amy, I'll get you next. So, James, I feel like we're tapping into like the softer, more gentle side for her. The side where she gets more in touch with herself and like her feelings. Um, as like the kids call it these days, it would be like she's getting in her like softer feminine era, so to speak. I feel like she's working through this and trying to like break down these walls with you. Um, I feel like she is deliberating on kind of opening up to you and showing you who she really is, because she kind of wears a mask, um, especially when she's with people. When she's by herself, she's her true self, but when she's around other people, she tends to kind of hide behind some type of mask. And that's like with one other person, especially if she's socializing. I feel like she turns it on and she doesn't even realize she's doing it. Um, People aren't able to really see or know the true essence of who she is. And I think she's thinking about bringing you in to that fold, bringing you into um, that authenticity, and that vulnerability that comes along with that. Hi, God's daughter. Welcome in. I feel like she's working really hard. She's trying to still put effort into this connection. She's thinking about maybe where she hasn't measured up with you. And like, I feel like you're going to start seeing more effort from her. I think that she's digging down deep and really trying to allow herself to feel through things instead of overthinking. Um, as far as intentions go, we have the devil. So it's hard to kind of interpret what her intentions would be with the devil placement. Let me get a clarifying card. But as we all know, the devil is all of the things that stop us from being the best versions of ourselves. It's how I always describe that card. So her intentions, or also, in addition to that, it can also talk about instant gratification at the expense of long-term happiness. So if her intentions is associated with the devil, I have to try to figure out if she's trying to break those chains or if she's going to continue to allow herself to fall into that trap. So that's why I'm getting a clarifying card here. What are her intentions, please? Okay, good, good. I like to see this. We have the Six of Swords, which means that she wants to move away from this, okay? She wants things that are healthy for her. She wants to avoid the things that are not good for her. She wants easier life ahead. She's trying to break free from these bad decisions. The energy around the relationship is the Queen of Swords. I do feel like she's thinking to herself that she wants to be honest with you and she wants to be straightforward with you. I think this is a good energy to be in if you guys have a conversation, um, because it'll be easier for her in this energy to tell you what's truly going on with her. The only downside to a Queen of Swords is that they're kind of standoffish. They're still kind of ready for a defense. So I think that as long as you can thaw the ice with warmth and kindness, I think you can really get to the heart of the Queen of Swords. The energy around the relationship is the King of Cups. Okay, I think that's you, and I think you are this person that can thaw the ice. King of Cups also talks about feeling emotions, being generous, being caring, loving. So that's a good energy to see surrounding your connection right now. Thanks, Amy. Thank you for that. And Amy, I saw that you were commenting. I'll get back to you on those messages, okay? All right, let's take a look here. All right, James, I am getting a yes. I'm getting the Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups. I also have other cards I'm pulling. But right now, this is the energy of reunion, coming together, being comforted by one another, flirting, like laughing, maybe sharing some jokes, some smiles. This is kind of like a romantic energy. And it's excitable as well because it feels like nice to be in the company of one another. We have the Six of Swords again, which talks about sorry, I got distracted. It talks about, I just mentioned it in the last reading, basically like feeling like things are a little bit easier, a breath of fresh air. You're able to breathe a little bit again because you're like, okay, we're back on track. So yeah, I think that it is going to happen. Also pulling the Wheel of Fortune here. Good luck. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Four of Wands talks about things feel like they're moving forward. You're taking the next step. And I feel like also with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles, it's saying that your luck is turning around here in this connection, because the Ace of Pentacles in reverse indicates that you might be feeling a lack of luck or a lack of opportunity, and the Wheel of Fortune clarifying it indicates that that's turning around for you. So this could be a turning point here. Hey Linda, thank you for your donation. I'm going to update the list momentarily, but I will be with you as soon as I can. It shouldn't be too long at all. And James, in reference to the event, you're talking about the one we've been talking about this weekend, right? You're welcome, Linda. Okay, perfect. Mm. So I just keep hearing opportunity, James. So what that's telling me is it's just giving you guys another encounter, another exposure, another chance to be around each other, to witness one another, to be in each other's company and presence. And I feel like the more time you guys spend together, the closer your relationship gets. And the more willing she is to continue to spend time with you because she's getting more comfortable. And I think that's the biggest way this event is going to impact it. I'm not saying like there's going to be this huge change. I hope there is. I hope I'm wrong in that regard. But I feel more than anything, it's just like this continuance of like constant exposure, constant hanging out, seeing you, being around you. And it's making her feel like she can kind of let down her walls a little bit. And I think that might be the biggest thing for you too, is trying to get through her defensiveness. And so I think that you can basically just consider this event as just like another step towards a future with her. It's just like another moment in a collection of moments that you guys are spending together that's building that relationship. Because remember, I feel like this is more like a slow and steady, more traditional type of build. This isn't like this fast burning thing, but something that takes longer to build. But with that, typically is more sustainable. So it is working for you, not against you. I don't know if you're going to see like this huge change, but I do feel like it's beneficial for your relationship regardless, because it's another opportunity to continue to build on what you guys have been doing. At the end of this reading, I have the Ace of Swords. And so I think it's important to utilize this opportunity to continue to keep the lines of communication open with her. Maybe tell her at the end of the event that you'd like to see her again soon. Potentially, if you feel like it's right and in your gut it feels right, you might want to end the day with making like another plan with her so that way you guys can meet up again. I know you don't want to force anything or put pressure on her, but if things are going well and everything's vibing and flowing, it may be good to set another time to hang out and see one another at the end of the event. Just because the Ace of Swords is the last card of the reading, and that indicates more or new or continued communication. Okay. So Amy, actually before I look at that question, let me scroll up to what you said. Yeah, Amy, they say that there's the 7 stages of grief, and you're probably going through the anger stage right now. James, thank you again. I hope you have a good night and good luck tomorrow. Hey, SB, thanks for the donation. You'll be after Linda, okay? Yeah. Amy, did you end up going to see his family today, or did you reschedule that? What? Okay, SB, I got you, girl. Thank you. Amy, that's good. That's good. Yes, perfect. Thank you. Amy, yes, he was in the room. I am getting a yes. 3 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles indicates someone holding on to something, or receiving something, having something in their hand. So I feel like he's saying, like, I received the message. I was in the room. I was here. 3 of Pentacles indicates that either, I don't know, because 3 of Pentacles talks about like multiple people. So I'm like, did he have someone with him when that was happening? Like, is there someone like the spiritual side, the spirit realm that like was with him when he was witnessing that conversation? But essentially, I'm getting a yes. He was in the room. The 3 of Pentacles a lot of times talks about like needing help from someone else, or maybe he wishes that you, like, he could be there to comfort you, and is like asking that you go to someone or that you talk to someone, because the comfort that I suppose he would want to provide, he can't, obviously. So I think that the 3 of Pentacles could indicate like maybe communicating this same anger, frustration, however it was that you were feeling, like going to someone and talking to someone about it, is like what he would want you to do. Oh, you donated for a 6 card. Okay. Yes, Amy, go ahead. What's the 6 card question? Linda, if you're in the room, you can go ahead and drop your question or let us know what we're doing for you. You are after Amy. Hey Ray, welcome in. How are you? Linda, let me check. Linda, I did get the 2 payments. However, it was only enough money together for a mini love spread. Or I could do like an 8-card reading if you have a specific question, but you didn't quite send over the $10. So you just let me know if you want to send the difference, or if you want to keep what you sent, then we can work something out. It just won't be an in-depth. All right, guys, make sure you get your donations in right now. List is about to close. It's okay. It's okay, Linda. No worries. I honestly, if I wouldn't know how to convert to Australian either. So that is all good. All right, last call for donations before the list closes, guys. Amy, yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like it should either be tomorrow or Friday. It might not be both, but it should be one or the other. So Amy, I'm getting that he's just kind of on his own path right now. Like for instance, I'm seeing 4 of Wands, so I feel like he's uniting or reuniting with maybe people who have passed on, animals who have passed on. I feel like he's just trying to like move through this transition. I've got to be honest, because I don't do mediumship, I don't know exactly like what thoughts would be here or what he would say. But I'm just getting the message kind of like just trying to adjust, just trying to figure out where it is I belong, still trying to process. And I don't think that he's able to be there all of the time. Like I'm getting like he's not always there all of the time. Let me see here. Like I think that he's able to witness certain things, like especially if you're calling on him. I believe that he is able to be present if he feels he's being called forward. But sometimes sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't always come forward, and they can witness things, but sometimes they don't have anything to say. And um I think that he's just trying to I don't know, maybe just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just like hearing like next steps. Um did he have a relationship with his dad? I can't remember what you told me about his dad. The emperor is here, that's like father, grandfather, father, grandfather, parental figure, father figure, something along those lines. But I feel like he's meeting up with people, like he's meeting up with other people. Um, hmm. So, Amy, it's like hard to say exactly, but I think sometimes I feel almost like he's here to witness. Um, he's here to witness these things. Like if you're specifically calling him forward, I think that he can be there. I really do. I think that he can be there to see and know and hear what it is you have to say. Um, but I think that it's just not been enough time, I guess you could say. I mean, time is not the same, so that's the hard part. But it feels almost like there's still this like processing feeling. I feel like he's spending a lot of time around his mom specifically. Um, Again, I keep getting this message like he's very worried about her. He's very worried about how, like, because I think that he felt like he took care of her, you know, like he was the man of the house. Maybe that's the emperor coming through, is that he felt like he was the man of the house, and he's very worried about her well-being. Who's going to take care of her? Who's going to look out for her? Who's going to take care of the house? Um I feel like he is trying to communicate and send messages, but I think he's very worried about his family right now, specifically his mom. The most I know is my mom said she did at least feel chills when we lit up incense. Maybe that's confirmation for her. That right, that makes sense. His sister did tell me his mom's dealing with a lot of lawyer stuff. And oh. Um No, it didn't come through, Amy, but I can still honor it for you. Let me just get back to you. I'll put you back in the rotation and I'll let you know once that donation comes through because I didn't get it yet. Okay. All right, so this is for Linda in-depth reading. So Linda, do you have a preference? Do you like the love spread option that I have available? Or do you want me to just do a freestyle where I see what comes through for your connection? So just let me know, love spread or freestyle. All right, girl, let's shuffle for you now. All right, you got it. Okay, so okay, so I see that there's a strong desire. The energy of this reading is like there's a strong desire for union, for commitment, for harmony, getting along, wanting the same things, alignment, all of that stuff. The issue is that I have the Knight of Wands, which kind of gives off like a impulsive energy. Like we're not really thinking through things. The connection can feel very intense and very passionate. The attraction can be very strong, but we're not. I feel like here with Temperance and the Hangman, it's like we're having to have a lot of patience here. Now I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that you guys are done and over with. Um, but I do feel like there's a pause here. So I feel like number one, this connection is going to require a lot of discomfort because you have to be patient and you have to allow each other to have the space to grow, to become better versions of yourselves. That way, you provide a better opportunity and more fertile ground for a relationship to happen. And that can be very uncomfortable because that could mean you guys are not in communication. That could mean that you guys have to stop what you're doing and be single for a while. Whatever is happening with you, I feel like if you're going through a difficult period, there's acknowledgement here, but it's not saying that you guys can't ever hit play again. It's not saying that you guys can't ever start this again. Okay, you guys are just on a pause, and this is just requiring a lot of self-control and a lot of discipline. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right, so yeah, Knight of Wands, impulse, sudden unexpected things. That actually makes a lot of sense. Um, I have with the Hierophant, it's almost like with the Temperance and the Hierophant, they're showing a lot of like meditative practices, like balancing techniques, slow movement with your body. And to me, that's kind of saying like this is going to breathe easy. Um, don't hold your breath throughout this process. Like, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you are like you're breathing, okay? Because I feel like worrying about the outcome and wondering if he's going to show up for you could cause unfortunate stress on you and on your body. But I see there's this desire to be a happy family. I see there's this strong desire for commitment. Let me see. How is Valerian's thought process right now? How's Valerian's thought process right now? How's Valerian's thought process right now? Two of Wands. He's deciding to stay or to go. That's what he's saying right now. Should I stay or should I go? Should I come back or not? What's Valerian thinking right now? So he's saying that you're very strong, and that he knows that you're in a challenging spot. He knows you're in a challenging position, but you're very maternal. You're very nurturing. This is kind of an excuse, okay? But he's saying that you're strong and you can rise above this. You can get through this. No matter what he ends up doing, he's saying, I know she can handle this. Again, I feel like that's an excuse. I feel like that's a cop out because he should be stepping up and helping you. But again, this is his thought process, is he's saying she can handle this. Like, I know that she can do this. I don't know if I can do this, but she can do this. Yeah, Two of Pentacles here is indicating like flipping a coin. Like, I think he honestly doesn't know what's best, but I feel like this greater part of him feels like he knows he has to step up. Let's see, what is he thinking? Four of Swords. He doesn't have an answer, Linda. He doesn't have an answer right now, he says. What is the outcome here for him? What is the outcome here? So his thought process is act now, ask for forgiveness later. So I think what he is thinking to himself is that he needs time on his own to process all of this. But I think that he wants to believe in himself that he'll make the right choice and the best choice for you and this baby. And the Judgment card is here. So that tells me that he is thinking that he's probably going to end up asking you for your forgiveness and to forgive his distance, to make to allow him to make amends so that you guys can move on from this. So I'm picking up that he's leaning on coming back around. He thinks that he's going to end up making the right choice in the end. He just hasn't, I guess, quite gotten there yet as a final decision, but he's thinking to himself that in the end he's going to be asking for your forgiveness. Oh, Tia. Hey there, girl. I'm so sorry. I'll be back later this week for sure. I'm not sure if you have notifications turned on for my channel or not, but if not, make sure those are on, and hopefully you can get another notification from me. Linda, do you have any follow-up questions on that? Thanks, Tia. Sorry about that. Oh, Amy, I just checked. Yes, it did. All right, SB, I got it. Thank you. So just wanted to know if forgiveness is because he treated me badly during my pregnancy and will likely realize when I give birth. That is what I was picking up. Yes, I wasn't necessarily picking up, I hope she forgives me that I'm making the best decision for myself in not being there for her. I think it was more like, I hope she forgives me that I've been absent during this pregnancy. I just needed time to process. I think that he believes that in the end he's going to do right by you. I think that he would, I don't think that he thinks that he can, because I have 10 of cups. So I don't think that he'll be able to live a life knowing that he wasn't there for you and the baby. Now, I don't know if he's thinking about being there in a minimum capacity. I don't know if he's thinking, well, what are my options? Do I provide financial support? Do I be a very hands-on father? Do I make Linda, my wife? Do we become a family? I think that all these things are going through his head. But I think in the end, he knows that it would be very, very hard for him to just move on and not be a part of this child's life. So I feel like he's going to try to be a part of this in some capacity. Again, like you said, it might be the bare minimum. It might be, you know him better than I do, obviously. But I don't think he can just completely walk away. I think that he would have to, I think he would feel like a real piece of shit. I think that he would judge himself very hard if he wasn't involved in any capacity. Hey, Smiley. But I think he is going to try to ask for forgiveness for being absent throughout this process. You I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. I was on for I think what's happening is I'm on for a short time, and that's the problem. And people that usually get on early are coming in early. I'm so sorry. It's been like a rough week for me. I've been very, very low energy, and I've been trying to get stuff done around the house. And like I said earlier, I think I'm just moving slower. I don't think that I have any extra work this week than I normally do. I just don't think I'm doing these tasks as quickly. I think I'm moving slower. I My energy is just not as high this week, so I'm not able to be on for hours and hours and hours. So that's like I have to like reserve these little pockets of energy. So sometimes that's going to be like an hour or half an hour. And even still, when my donation list is open for like an hour, I'm still on longer than an hour. So, but I'm sure I'll be back to it soon. That's just kind of how this week has worked out for me. You're welcome, Linda. You are strong, girl. You've got this. And he knows it. That's the part that fucks me up, Linda, is that he knows it. And like, I feel almost like he could potentially use that as an excuse to not step up because he's like, oh, she's got this. Well, just because she does doesn't mean she should, right? I used to hate that. People would say that about me all the time. You're so strong. You're so strong. You get through anything. And I'm like, yeah, but I shouldn't have to. Just because I can and I'm able to and I will doesn't mean I should. It just seemed like a cop out. It seemed like an excuse. Thanks, Smiley. Yeah, but my goal is to be back either tomorrow or Friday. I just have to see how I'm feeling. I haven't taken a day off this week so far. I was really just trying to make it through the weekend, but girl, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just playing every day by ear. I'm just trying to do intuitive listening to my body and figuring out like what I'm feeling like I'm able to do. He's trying to use that saying like you're a manager, you're strong, you have money, all that he has. Yeah. But that's putting undue pressure on you. He should be stepping up. SB, if you're in here, let me know. We're about to do yours. Oh, you're welcome, Linda. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, the baby shower went really well. It did. It was a lot of fun. Um, this girl's in-laws, they got money. They got money. I mean, this house was super freaking nice. Like super. I mean, it was probably one of the nicer houses I've ever been in for sure. Um, let's just put it this way. The main floor where like the kitchen was, I think I saw 2 to 3 bathrooms just on like the main floor where like usually people have like a guest bath like on the main floor. I saw at least 2, and there were like multiple bedrooms which also probably had bathrooms in them, and I didn't like go explore the house or anything. Their whole entire backyard looked like it was fit for a wedding. I mean, it was super, super, super nice and welcoming. And they had little finger foods and things like that. I feel like the guest of honor made out really well, and I'm sure she'll be taken care of as well. This is her second pregnancy, so but it's the first child of the man that she married. So, but it was really nice. It was very, very, very nice. It makes me want to hang out with people like that more often, so that way I can start their good luck can start rubbing off on me a little bit. They say you are the company that you keep, so. Okay, I know that's right. Like nicer than Eli's bougie. I mean, I'm telling you, it was a new build. Like they bought land and then built their house. It was 2 levels. The basement, I didn't get to really explore too much, but from what I saw, there was a bedroom for their grandkids, like nursery, a bathroom, a living room, a really nice kitchen with like a island, and then a dining room, a second bathroom on that same level, and then probably like 2 to 3 extra bedrooms that I didn't get a chance to see. The backyard had like a bonfire pit. It had all this landscaping done. I think I saw like a pool back there. I can't remember everything I saw. And then it was like a multi-car garage. There was also a basement, and like everything was like pristine, like brand new, like nothing was out of place, looked like it was never lived in kind of kind of house. It was really bougie. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. It was a good time. It really was. That's what I've been praying for, being put in a room I never imagined to be in, on the positive side. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I think that's such a great way to think of it. Being in rooms you never thought you'd be in. Smiley, I hope so too, girl. I hope so too. I don't know. I don't know though. I actually think, now that you bring it up, I'm gonna actually block tomorrow off. The main issue for me, since it's just us ladies up in here, is that my time of the month comes and I'm out of commission. Like my pain is so bad. It's like so bad, that narcotic medication can't even cover my pain. Okay. So I can literally take like 4 ibuprofen, pain medication, and then Tylenol on top of it, and I can still feel cramps. Like it's really, really bad. Um, I used to get like, I used to black out from the pain. So when I tell you that it's like bad, it's bad. And I can't function. Like I just literally can barely even move. I'm shaking. I feel like I'm going to pass out. So every single month I deal with this. And that's the reason why, like, this week I don't know how I'm going to be feeling, or I can't really predict like what my week is going to be like. So my goal is to be here. Hey, SB. My goal is to be here tomorrow or Friday, preferably both days, but I just have to play it by ear. So, girl, I'm in bed all day. I'm no good to anybody when my cycle is on. Yeah, me too. Me too. Oh, I can pop four ibuprofen pills every 3 hours and still have pain. Like I eat it like candy when I'm on mine. It's just bad. It's really, really bad. Like I remember being in middle school and the pain being so bad, I was trying to walk to the nurse and I couldn't see. I could not see. I was like scaling the walls. Like I was like feeling the walls down the hallway. Like I was blind, just to try to figure my way from memory how to get to the nurse's office. Like I definitely think I have one of the worst experiences when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah, anyways, SB, I'm shuffling for you now, girl. I'm shuffling for you. Oh, Amy, my goodness, girl. Yeah, I cycle track. I don't use the Flow app. I use, for about 4 years, I've been using something called P Tracker, like period tracker. And they have premium options and like monthly subscription options, but I just use the free version just to track things. And I've used it for a couple of years and it works well. I tried Flow and it's nice, but it didn't provide anything else that like the other one that I had does. So I just kept the one that I was used to. Yeah, I think it's great to track. All right, love spread J and SB. J and SB, you're on a hiatus. Oh, I didn't mean that Flow was missing anything, Smiley. I just meant that they were comparative. Like they were comparative. That they were pretty similar. So I just kept the one that I had already been using. But mine is very basic. It's very simple. It's nothing special. I guess we'll see, Amy. J and SB. J and SB. J and SB. All right. Good night, Smiley. Have a great evening. So SB, for how they feel about you, I have the 8 of Swords. I'm sorry to say that you guys are on a hiatus. I feel like the relationship with you makes him anxious or gives him anxiety right now. But I feel mostly that he feels restricted. Now, I want to keep you in mind, this is not an external restriction. This is not like something else outside of him that he feels getting in the way between you guys. I feel like he's making a bigger deal out of something in his mind, right? Have a good night, Smiley. I feel like he is putting it in his head the reasons why there should be this restriction. 8 of Swords talks about how like we're making problems for ourselves when there aren't really any. It's reminding me of that Bob Marley like lyric where it says like you are imprisoned by your own minds. I'm trying to see if I can find the quote. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. And that indicates that we can do so much damage just from the way that we think. And he is okay, but here's the thing. He's using this I don't have my life in order honestly as an excuse. Does he feel like it's a legitimate reason? Yes. He feels like it's what, but the thing is that he's trying to control. He believes this is a good enough reason, but he is also using it as an excuse because maybe he's scared, maybe he's not ready, maybe he should just say that. But I feel like for him, he's making a bigger deal out of this and making it seem like it's a much bigger issue than what it actually is. So his intentions with the Fool indicates that he is embracing this new start through this separation that you guys have at this time. He's trying to embrace this. I think honestly he thinks he's making the best choice for himself. I think it's going to come back and bite him in the ass if you ask me. But I think he's just trying to be okay with this decision that he has made. So we all know what you want, SB, right? You want unconditional love. You want someone to want you for you. But what the hell do you want? You want someone that's not complicated. You want them, yes. You want to be attracted to them, yes. Vice versa. But you also want someone who's just ready. Someone who's not complicated as hell. Someone who can just make your life easier. Make your life better, add value to your life, show up for you, not complicate things. Like you're just looking for something just straightforward and easy. We all know that is what you're looking for. I feel like for him, with the Five of Wands, is that he feels comfortable in the struggle. He feels comfortable being at odds with someone else. He feels comfortable when things aren't going his way. Sometimes when people are so used to complication, so many people are used to drama, people are used to struggle, they have, that's a limiting belief, and I think he maybe just feels like he doesn't deserve you or deserve happiness. He's so comfortable in this negative space that I think it's like very scary to jump out into the unknown. And I feel like he's just like, I can't put down roots. Men associate a lot of their worth and self-value with what it is that they can provide. I personally feel like that's a cop-out. I feel like that's an excuse. I feel like, yes, you want to bring something to the table, obviously, but just because you don't have your whole life figured out isn't a reason not to be in a relationship. If you are scared of one, just say that. If you don't want one, just say that. If you're not ready, just say that. Like, if you have a job and you have a car and you have a place to live and you're working your way up, maybe it's not the best car, the best job, the best place, but you're trying. And I think that that's a good start. I don't think you have to have your whole life figured out before you get into a relationship, because guess what? You're never going to be in a relationship. That is a lie. If you think you have to have all your shit together before being in a relationship, you're going to be single for the rest of your life. And that's just the way that it is. I know what you want, SB. I do. I wish I could be matchmaker for you. Some people crave the chaos. Exactly. Your strengths is that he is attracted to you. He's actually attracted to the fact that you are a mom, or you have this maternal quality about you. Very attractive. The Empress here indicating that there's mega attraction. Again, I want you to know there's something hot about moms. I feel like I do a lot of readings for you and the Empress comes through and it's just very true. It's like this primal attraction when a man knows that you can carry a baby. Now, do they want to stick around and be responsible for that baby? Do they want to be a father to your own children? Not necessarily, but in like a sexual primitive way, it's something very attractive to them. And so there's this essence about you that's maternal, and he is attracted to this. It is something that compels him to you. Let's see. All right, so what they're telling me as far as the energy around the relationship is that he's a bit set in his ways. Oh my God, yes, deja vu. That's right, that's right. Oh my God, I forgot about that. We've already had this conversation. That is hilarious. Yes, deja vu, but not like the true deja vu. Just we legitimately have already had this conversation. Wow, that's hilarious. Man, Spirit just wants you to know this. SB, I feel like Spirit is here saying, like, you're a bad bitch. Like, own it. Own it. But yeah, so the energy around the relationship is that he's kind of set in his ways at the moment. So I feel like trajectory wise, maybe just take a beat, allow him to sort his life out, I guess. And, you know, with the Two of Wands in the Knight of Pentacles, it does indicate that there's still hope here. That's not to say you're going to be available if and when he comes back around, but it's not officially over. He is set in his ways right now, though. Like, I feel like he's kind of the Emperor here just indicates that he's not willing to budge or change currently. Amy, you said the thing about trauma. I feel like awareness is really important. At least you know it about yourself. So that's a step in the right direction. I'm reading him well. Reading him for filth is what I'm doing. All right, so second mini question is, will I be considering buying a home near my brother in Southern California? Oh, we love a good uncle. Yes, SB. I like this move for you. I do. I'm still picking up a little bit, I want to be honest, of like you being out of the country. But I feel like some timeline shifts are happening for you, SB. And I feel like it's more so this move to California is what you should be doing at this time. That's not to say you're not going to live outside of the country or visit, obviously, outside of the country again. But I feel like your trajectory, your path forward, there's been some shifts. Maybe you're feeling it too. And I feel like this is a good move for you. I'm seeing like camaraderie. I'm seeing community. I'm seeing you feeling like you have someone in your corner. And I'm sure it's very special to you, the relationship that your brother and your son have, as well as Wait, you said your brother is a great uncle and his son and mine are so close. Yeah, so the children being close, you and him being close, you and, and your nephew and him and your child, like to feel that support. And I feel like, especially by a masculine, um, is going to be something that makes you feel very good. Because here's the thing, SB, you're looking for someone to oh, wow, I'm like feeling a ring on my finger, but I don't have my ring on my finger right now. Suddenly Spirit was like pointing to my ring finger. I wonder if you're going to find somebody out in California that you're going to get engaged to. But basically, like, you're wanting that masculine figure too in your life and your son's life. Not that you're going to rely on your brother or anything, but having that camaraderie, that community, that partnership, that companionship through someone else close to you, especially a masculine figure, is going to kind of fill that void a little bit of what you've been wanting in a partner. And I think that takes the pressure off a little bit on finding a love relationship, and that allows you to just enjoy things and not put so much thought into it. And I think that may be why things come in a little bit easier for you. For some reason, SB, I'm feeling a ring, girl. I'm feeling an engagement ring in California. I think you need to go. I think you need to make that move. It's like suddenly I just became very aware of the fact that my ring is not on my finger. And not in a panic, because I always know that if my ring isn't on my hand, it's in the dish in the kitchen because I wash dishes, or it's on my dresser because I put lotion on at night. So I know, like, I only ever put my rings in two different places in the house, one on either end. And so whenever my ring isn't on my hand, I'm not in a panic. I always know that I've put it somewhere safe. And so when I felt that, like, oh, my ring, and I was like, wait a second. I was like, I'm literally, the thing is, it was like a phantom feeling. I literally felt a ring on my finger and then it wasn't there. So I'm like, I'm going to go with that. I feel like that was a message for you. You went to work, Amy? Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so you are in California already? Okay. You said Southern California is where you'll be going. Yeah, girl. Do the thing. All right, so last question for SB. How will Johnny and I meet up when he comes to Cali? How will Johnny and SB meet up? So when you're asking that question, SB, do you mean like how will it go when you guys meet up, or will you meet up in California, or like what are you wanting to know with this question, just so I understand? Amy, you called him your husband? I suppose that's okay. Like, the kids don't really know the difference, but maybe it's just easier for them to understand it if you say that. All right. So Johnny and SB, please. Johnny and SB. All right, well, first let me ask if you guys are going to meet up, because I kind of want to see what's going on there. Of course, Two of Pentacles. People want to know definite answers, and I get Two of Pentacles. What am I supposed to do with that shit, Spirit? Give me a real answer. Will they meet when he comes to California? Will he come to California? All right. I feel like I'm leaning towards a yes, SB. I have the Lovers and the Devil. Okay. There's multiple things here about duality. Two of Pentacles, two Lovers, and then the duality of the Devil is kind of like the Lovers, but in a temptation type of way. I feel like he is tempted to come to California, and I am leaning towards he is coming to California. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this shit? People want to know a yes or no, and I'm getting Two of Pentacles. But I also feel like Spirit's just like, you know, what do you want from me? The decision hasn't been made. What am I supposed to tell you? All right, so if he comes on the path, what is this trajectory? If he comes to California, how will it go? If he comes to California, how will it go? If he comes to California, how will it go? Two of Pentacles came out again. What the fuck? Knight of Wands, Injustice in reverse. Okay, I mean, honestly, like, I don't think this is a bad reading or anything. It seems like you guys kind of get out of the house a little bit. Like, I don't know if you guys go on like a mini little trip somewhere. Nothing too close, like it, or nothing too far, like a day trip, something like little, something quick. I think that it's more, this trip is more spontaneous. So if he comes out there, I don't think it's something that you guys are planning a lot. You might think to yourself, okay, if he comes, what's some things he'd want to do? You might have some things in your head, but you're not planning out this whole entire itinerary of like how you guys are going to plan every single second of your day. I think that it's going to be more like, it has some direction, but it's just more spontaneous. It's more like, we could do this or we could do that. What would you like to do, kind of thing. I feel like you guys do indulge in one another. Maybe even indulge in like activities that might cost a little bit extra, but you're like, let's go ahead and splurge. You might be indulging in food and drink that you typically wouldn't on a daily basis. Like if you're normally eating healthy, you might say, I'll have a piece of chocolate cake. Or if you don't really drink, you might say, I'll have a drink or two. I feel like you guys are indulging in just enjoying the company of one another. Again, I have the Two of Pentacles and I have Justice in reverse. So I feel like Justice in reverse confirming Knight of Wands indicates to me that your conversations about the truth are more intentional. You're trying to I don't know, it feels like you guys are just trying to have a lot of fun on this trip and maybe beat around the bush about what you really want to talk about. But I still think that you feel like there's a time and place to have that conversation, and so you're not just gonna like throw it out there randomly, especially if you guys are having a good time. You might wait until his last couple of days before you bring something very serious or a serious topic up in conversation. But I do feel like here with the King of Swords and his sword pointing to a book and he's staring, I feel like it's him saying I feel like it's you guys saying like I do want to get to the bottom of things. I do want to confront, but everything in its own time. All right. So SB, I think that was everything for you. And Amy, if you want to go ahead and start typing, because I just realized it's almost 1 o'clock where I am. I really got to get going. Yeah, it seems like he is coming to California, SB. Amy, I did. Yeah, I was reading as I was going along. Oh my goodness. You're welcome, SB. Have a great night, girl. Let us know if you plan that trip, or that move, I should say, to Southern Cali. I was born in Southern California. I actually have been to California a couple of times. I probably should have gone near where I was born, just to kind of get a feel for it all. I was born in San Bernardino and 29 Palms Marine Base, which is like kind of in the middle of like middle between like Los Angeles and Palm Springs, and kind of near Joshua Tree, Big Bear, that kind of thing. Good night, SB. All right, Amy says, I want to ask if I could ask about Eli innocence, like, are able to use charms and cards to what he'd say to me in terms of comfort. Amy, I'll tell you what I can do. I can pull keywords. That's what I'll do. I'll pull keywords and just see what words are coming through to try to interpret or decipher possibly what he wants to say. It's kind of like my version of a Ouija board, but I don't use Ouija boards. I like tools of divination, but there's something about the Ouija that gives me the heebie-jeebies. So let's do different keywords and see if what comes through for him. All right. Fuck the Ouija. The Ouija gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm gonna say that to my husband. It was so funny because he's like, oh, you know, fuck with tarot, fuck with pendulums, like oracle, whatever. But I don't mess with runes. Not that there's anything wrong with runes, but I did a lot of reading up on them, and they basically said that you have to have a really good connection with your ancestors to use runes, and they always expect some type of offering or expectation to use runes. And I just don't feel like that jives well with me. I think they're very cool, but it's just not for me. I want the love and guidance to be given freely, not with an expectation. And then Ouija boards. Brennan and I love horror. We love scary shit. We love all kinds of stuff like that. But we do not fuck with a Ouija. We do not. Like, he said, never will you bring a Ouija into this house. And I said, fine by me. My cousin Brittany, who reads as well, she's clairvoyant. She said that she was gonna bring a Ouija board over, and Brennan said he was gonna kick her out if she did. Like, he's so against it. He's so against it, and I'm with him on that. And I think that honestly, she's learned her lesson with the Ouija board because she did not have some good experiences. Disrespectfully, so I'm good. For me and my mom, it's more so we just want care and guidance or karma aid for ancestors. Yeah, like I don't want to have anything hanging over my head of like an expectation. I'm a light worker, okay? So I'm here for like things of the highest good, harm to none kind of shit. And I want love and peace and high vibes. All right. Eli, what do you want to tell your girl? What do you want to tell your girl? Tell me. I smell a coconut. Like suntan lotion or coconut. He said you've been making him laugh. Like you're amusing him. You're making him laugh. Oh, he says you've been generous. He says you and your mom have been generous. He says, generous them. They are generous. When I'm lacking, when I don't have what I need, they're generous. So the food offerings, I think, are actually coming through for him in a positive way. Oh, he says hug. H-U-G, hug. He said strong-willed sexy. Strong-willed sexy. That is hilarious. So I feel like in that regard, he's referring to you. You're strong-minded, beautiful, sexy, beautiful. He's saying take action in a city or stream. I don't really understand that exactly, but I feel like there's something that he wants you to do. He keeps making messages here about you going somewhere, to do something. Oh, I have the message protective, overwhelm, destroy. So I feel like he wish he could have protected you. from the pain that you've been feeling lately. He says clear memories at night alone. Clear memories at night alone soon. Clear memories at night alone soon. So something tells me that either he's witnessing you thinking about him at night, but the soon part is making me feel like maybe he's trying to say he's gonna come to you at night soon and give you a memory, maybe clear your mind. Maybe this is like his message of trying to come to you in a dream, possibly. Clear memories at night alone soon. He says aware. Aware. So I feel like that's almost like him saying expect. Expect him to act. ACT. Urge. URGE. Are you doing like sex magic, Amy, with him? What is going on here? Let's see. What is the message? What do you want to tell her? He said soft, slow pace. Oh, got you. He says tension where? Tension where? Girl, okay. I feel like he's witnessing this, girl. He's witnessing it. He's saying, show me where you're tense. Show me where it's tense. I feel like he wow. He says sense discipline. So I feel like he's saying he knows that you're losing your self-control to him, because he says clear memories at night alone. So, and then he said urge. I am aware of the act, aware act. So I feel like he's saying, I have the word singing, Amy. I have the word singing. Singing. Oh my God, that's so sweet. You asked about this. But he's saying that there's, when you're doing that, he's saying that he knows you're thinking of him and memories that you guys have had together. Yeah, I have singing. He says soulmates. Certain. He said certain soulmate. Certain soulmate joy. Certain soulmate. Admit. So I feel like this is a message from him saying that he's admitting that he is certain that you are a soulmate of his. He's saying joy. You bring me joy. And then the last message I'm getting is floral. So maybe your fragrance, your scent. Maybe he misses being able to smell you. And then he says wish. Oh, he actually said the word wish. What do you wish? What do you wish? What do you wish? What do you wish? He keeps saying the word popular saw, like saw popular saw, like SAW. What do you wish? Concentrate, divine morning? Concentrate, divine morning. What do you wish? What do you wish? Sleep. He wishes sleep. Maybe he's wishing for peace. I feel like there's something that has to do with like you at night alone. You at night alone. Passion. Irresistible. Lonely. You said lonely. Said lonely. He says psychic, virtual. Maybe like virtually psychic, psychic virtual. He's trying to communicate with you, possibly psychically. But he says lonely. Maybe he just has a wish. I don't know if he's lonely or if you're lonely or you both are. But he says divine. And certain soulmate. Oh, that's really sweet. He just keeps saying the word sense. Sense. S-E-N-S-E. Maybe he's just trying to get you to sense him. He says hold time. Hold time. Maybe like hold on to the time that we had together or something, you know? Like keep those memories. Wow, that was kind of cool. I like that. Jasmine scent. You see, you love floral scents. You use Gucci Bloom. Amy, I'm so sorry. I'm sending you so much love. My heart breaks for you just because of like what could have been, you know, the feeling of missing someone and wanting them to be there. Like I tell Brennan a lot. I'm like, I say to him all the time, like I could literally sit there and just be holding him and immediately just start crying. And he's like, what is wrong with you? What is going on? Like, what is happening? And I'm like, I just was thinking too deeply about what it would be like to not have you in my life. He's like, why are you doing that to yourself? Like, if I think too hard, like I can literally think for a solid I'm telling you what, I could cry on cue if I think about this for too long. Like, it is impossible for me to think about not having him here and not being able to physically reach out and touch him and hold him and appreciate him and love him and make love to him and just have him be a part of every single day. Like, honestly, I could start crying right this second. Like, just thinking about that chokes me up. And we've had over 8 years together, you know, and maybe in some ways that would make it harder. And maybe in some ways that makes it harder for you that you didn't have that time. It's just not easy no matter what. But when I try to put myself in your position and I think about like you feeling like this was your person and knowing that like they're not here anymore, that is tough for me to hear, you know, and that's just me knowing what's going on. That's not me living it like you are. So I'm just really sorry, and just know that my heart is going out to you, and I'm sorry that you're feeling so alone, and I feel like you're handling it very well. Or at least you're able to talk about it and you're handling that well. But I know that day to day it's not easy. I know moment to moment it's not easy for you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, if he was protecting you from bad karma, so to speak, you know, then he did the honorable thing, but it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt you any less. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for the night. I'm sorry, I don't mean to rush off of here, but I still have to get in the shower and try to be a functioning human being tomorrow. Yeah, I get it. You're welcome. All right, I will talk to you later, okay? Talk to you soon.